Today I'm going to read to you a nonfiction story. So a fiction story, I tell my students, fiction, fake. It's a made-up story. Nonfiction story is not fake. So the first letter in non is an N, so I remember not. And fiction starts with F, so I remember not fake. So that's how you remember nonfiction is not fake. It's a true story. And we can often tell a nonfiction book by its pictures. In a fiction story, they're often drawings. We call those illustrations. In a nonfiction book, these stories often have real-life photographs. So today we're going to read a story called Sunflowers. And it's the life cycle of sunflowers. These sunflowers are the giants of the garden. With their big yellow flowers, they are very well named. Not all sunflowers are big. Some are no taller than your knee, but many tower over your head, standing 8 feet tall or more. That's taller than my husband, who's 6 feet. A giant sunflower begins as a small seed. The seed shell or seed coat is stripped. When water enters the seed, it swells and cracks open. A small little root pushes out and grows down into the ground. You can see the root right here growing down into the soil. Next, a small stem grows up toward the sun. The first 2 leaves, called seed leaves, push up the seed coat. The seed leaves wear the seed coat like a hat. And this is happening in my garden. With plenty of sunlight, the seedling grows quickly. New leaves appear. The leaves are like food factories for the sunflower plant. The leaves make sugar using sunlight, water, and a gas in the air called carbon dioxide. At the top of the sunflower stalk, a flower head forms and opens. It looks like one giant flower, but it really is many little flowers clustered together. The little flowers are called florets. There are 2 kinds of florets. About 2,000 dark florets are packed in the center of the flower head. Around them are about 100 florets with bright yellow petals. Isn't it beautiful? That's a real photograph of a sunflower. When the flower head first opens, the dark florets are inside little buds. Then the buds open. Nectar in the florets attracts bees and other insects. The bright yellow petals around the flower head also help the bees find the sunflower. The bees move from floret to floret, feeding on nectar. On the way, they carry powdery pollen from one part of the flower head to another. So you can see the bee is like drinking up the nectar from this plant. So nectar is like a sugary water that helps the bees to make honey and feed them. When pollen lands on a floret, a seed begins to form. Soon the flower head has many new seeds and many wilting florets. You can pluck a seed from the flower head to see what it looks like. It may still have a floret attached. So here's the seed, and here's the little floret. And if you save those seeds from your flower, you can actually plant them the next year and have more sunflowers. The seeds grow larger and turn darker. By fall, the flower head is so heavy that it droops from the weight of its seeds. So droop means to like hang down because it's getting so heavy. Birds, squirrels, and other animals may find and eat the tasty seeds. If you're lucky, maybe you'll get there first. Sometimes the sunflower seeds are not eaten and they fall to the ground. When the soil warms up and the spring rains fall, the seeds will begin to grow. The sunflower life cycle will begin again. So here we have the life cycle. Oh, it's not in order though. So it starts as a seed, we know that. It pushes up through. Then what do we have? Then we have the new leaves, correct? And then we've got the florets, 2 florets opening up. And then it dries out and droops in the spring. Then it will fall down and become new seeds that will sprout again and push up through the soil, and then it'll grow more leaves and then have the big flower forming about ready to open, and then the beautiful sunflower that will then droop as it dries out. It's a beautiful cycle. So a cycle, we say, is like a circle. Cycle, circle, it just keeps going over and over. And here is the answer, so you can see it up close, the seed to the seedling with more leaves, to the 2 florets, to the beautiful flower, to the drooping. Thanks for reading with me. See you next time.